Well, hello my lovelies and welcome to my channel. It's Lorraine here. First of all, I need to apologise for being absent for quite a while. I have been quite poorly and for a few weeks and not had the energy or the motivation to do any crafting at all. So I'm back, I'm very well, I'm fully recovered. So I'm back in the craft room. So I thought I better touch base with all you lovelies and let you know what's happened to me and why I've been missing. Once I'd recovered, I've had pneumonia, which I don't recommend to anybody at all. And once I'd recovered, I decided I wanted to go back and see family in the UK. Some of you will know that I'm currently living on a beautiful little Greek island, but I needed to get back and see family. I hadn't been back to the UK for 2 years because of the restrictions, and the UK government lifted the quarantine restrictions from Greece, so I went. So I've been back to the UK for a couple of weeks, managed to see my mum who's got Alzheimer's, and I haven't seen her for 2 years, so that's been quite difficult. And of course I met my new granddaughter Mila and my lovely grandson Freddie. So I've had a lovely time and I'm back all refreshed and raring to go with some crafting things. So I'm just catching up really on things that I wanted to do. So I've started to do a journal. I'm going to do a floral journal, and all I've done is I've prepared some papers and put them together for 2 signatures. And there are a collection of papers. I've used papers from Calico Collage, Artimaz, Roxy's Creations, Tracy Fox, Tattered Lace. So quite a collection of papers. It's a beautiful paper, but I think it's upside down. It is. So I just fancied doing something pretty and floral. So here it is, the start of it. So beautiful, beautiful papers. These are really useful. These are Tracy Fox papers, and they're really good for most of your journals. I think this one's Roxy's. Yeah, this is Artimaz from Dragonfly Dreams. I'm really sorry, I don't know. Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned her. Angela Kerr, I think that's from one of her free collage papers. The lovely Angela. Thank you, Angela. So lots and lots of lovely pictures. This is Tattered Lace. This is Artimaz. Tattered Lace again. So it's going to be all pink and pretty. So what I've decided to do is do a fabric cover, and I've got this fabric that my lovely daughter-in-law Shell bought for me. She bought me a pack of fat quarters, and this is one of them, and I just thought, how pretty, let's have a go at that. So that's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do, I've made a cover, and it's just, as you can see, junk. It's a cereal box, and I've just measured it, put the spine in. I've used masking tape and tape just to reinforce the spine a little, and then I'm going to add this fabric. So I'm going to stitch the fabric, and I'm not going to I'm trying to think of a way to do it actually, because there's several ways that I can do it. So I'm just, once it's stuck to this, then I'm going to stitch it around the edges just to reinforce it, and I may stitch it here as well, just so that it's got lots of reinforced areas. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover it in glue. Before I cut the fabric, I don't do anything. I don't measure and cut, as anybody that's watched me for a while will know I'm terrible. So I'm just going to put some of this, and it's just clear glue. I don't know whose it is. I'll have a look in a minute when I've finished just spreading it. I'm not going to go too much. Oh, it's just a cheap one that I bought here. It's not a famous name. So I'm just going to stick this down. Sometimes when you're using, I'm going to be really frugal and use this edge. There we go. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera whilst I'm doing this table. I've had to move my craft room again, so I'm back upstairs. And this table's not as secure as the other one. So sometimes when you're gluing with this clear glue, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you can see the glue marks underneath. But I am not too bothered about that because we are going to actually cover this fabric. So I'm just smoothing the glue out a little with my bone folder. And then when I've done that, you just have to make sure that it's smooth, that you've got no bubbles inside of it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim. These aren't my fabric scissors. My fabric scissors are still downstairs. I'm sorry if I'm at crazy angles and you can't see, but this table is smaller and it restricts the amount of space I've got to be able to do things like this. Come on. So I just want to say a big hello and welcome to people that have recently joined. Thank you so much for taking the time to drop by and to watch the videos, and for some of the lovely comments I get. It's lovely having you along, and I hope that you enjoy my videos and that in some little way I can maybe inspire you to go. If you're a seasoned crafter, I probably am subscribed to your channel already and watch you, and thank you so much for your inspirations. And a hello and thank you for those subscribers that have been with me for a while. I'm always appreciative of you and truly value that you actually take time to come along and watch, so thank you so much for that. I have to wash those scissors now. So I'm not going to bend it, I'm going to leave it. Oh, how lovely that is. So you can see the glue, most of it will vanish as it dries, but there's going to be toppers on the front and back and probably lace down the spine, so I'm not too concerned about the glue marks at this stage. So that's the colour. So I'm going to stitch it in a while. I'll wait while the glue settles and dries off a little bit because I don't want to gunk up my sewing machine, and I can't fit my sewing machine onto this table, so I'm going to have to go away from the camera and then come back when I've done that. So back in a while. Okay, I'm back. So I left the glue to dry. and then I've stitched, I don't know if you can see, but I've stitched around the edges just to reinforce it a little bit. And the fabric will fray, but I think that gives it a little bit more, what can I say, it just adds, I think, to it. Just fraying the edges a little bit just gives it a little bit more character there. So the stitching holds it in place from when it's been fraying also. And then what I did on the inside, because it felt a little bit flimsy, did the cover. So I've reinforced it. I've used some 400 gram cardstock, and I've just cut 2 pieces and put them on the inside covers, and the stitching's gone over them as well. I will put here, I'm not sure if I'm going to use some fabric or some lace, just to hide this a little bit from sight, really, because when you've got the signatures in, you will still be able to see some of the spine. So I just want to make it look a little bit more attractive along there, so I will do that before we finish, before I stitch the signatures in place there. So I'm going to move on now. What I'm going to make now is a topper for the front cover. So I'm going to get everything prepared, and join me for the next part of this floral journal that I'm making. Thanks a lot for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.